Okay, all right, today, boys and girls, in math, we are going to learn how we can use an addition sentence to help us solve a subtraction sentence. So before we get started, I want you to check off how you feel about that. Do you feel like a 1, like you don't know much about it just yet? This is the first time you're hearing it. A 2, where you feel like, I know a little bit about that. A 3, hey, I feel great. Or a 4, I got this. I could teach someone else. Because remember, we're going to do our second check after we learn today. When you have your check, please come join me with your toolkit and your whiteboard on the carpet. Okay, we are joining and all set in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are done. Okay, my friends. Now, do you remember what our goal was from when we were at our seats for today? By the end of the lesson, what we want to be able to do? All right, well, we're going to review it together again, but this time we're going to say it all together. Are you ready? This is what we want to be able to do by the end of the lesson. I can use an addition fact to help me solve a subtraction sentence. Okay, now, what do we start every day with? We start every day with vocab time. Okay, friends, if you can't find your toolkit, just grab another friend's toolkit. You can grab Anisha's. It's right next to you. The purple one. There you go. All right, here we go. Whoops. First, we have the word addition. Addition is when we find the sum by adding two numbers, add-ins together. I love how you corrected me. We find our sum that way. Remember, we don't say numbers. We could say add-ins. Okay, you ready for the next word? It's the word sum. Sum is the result of adding two. Very good. You find your sum that way. All right, ready? Let's do it. Candy bars. Here we go. We could say add-in plus add-in equals sum. Or we can say whole. Excellent. So if I give you the problem of 4 plus 1, can you turn and tell your partner using your candy bars how we would find the sum? Turn. Chat. Excellent. Let's see, what did you girls do? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are done. I love how so many of my friends made sure they were using those candy bars. So now can you teach me? Yes. All right, you do the teaching. Show me, what do I do? 4 plus 1 equals 5. Good job. So that is addition. Now we're going to switch it up and we're going to switch over to subtraction. What's subtraction? It's when we find the difference between two numbers by taking one number away from another number. Yes, to find your difference. Speaking of difference, what is the difference? It's the result of subtracting one number from another number. Yes, to find where you find the difference. Okay, this time we're going to have candy bars up, but we're going to show subtraction. Here we go. What we start with minus what we take away equals what we're left with. Or you could say,
whole, part.
Great job. Can you turn and chat about us and give each other a subtraction sentence to do? Let's quickly teach.
Okay.
So what's 5 minus 3? What can we do to solve 5 minus 3? What is 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3 is 2. So can you show with the candy bars 5 minus 3? Excellent, good job. I love how you use those candy bars. It's okay, it's okay. All right, ready? Turn back.
Turn back.
Turn back.
Turn back.
Okay, so you did such a great job with the addition facts, and you did such a great job with the subtraction facts. And we reviewed those because it's going to really help us today when we learn something new, that I can statement of using an addition fact to help us solve a subtraction fact. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do today. Are you ready for our game show of what strategy did you use? All right, so I am going to show you this addition sentence. So you'll watch me first, then you'll get to try next when it's your turn. Okay, so I wrote on my whiteboard 5 plus 3 equals 8. And that's going to help me solve a subtraction sentence, as you're going to see. So we're going to think addition to help us subtract. Can you say that with me? I'm going to think addition to help me subtract. Okay, so what I notice when I look at this, and I think you have something you need to ask me.
What strategy are you going to use, Miss Migliazza?
Yeah, you're going to want to know what strategy I'm going to use so it could help you. So I'm noticing that I have a missing add in here. So I need to figure out what this missing part is. So I am going to get some cubes to help me. And I'm going to get 5, because that's my first add-in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes. And then I need to figure out how many more I need to get to 8. So I'm going to keep going till I get to 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I need to see how many white cubes did I use to get to 8. So what is my next adding going to be? Well, let's count together. 1, 2, 3. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. Can you show that to me with your candy bars? Well, I write the number 3. What would we say? 5 plus 3 equals 8. So, are you ready for the important part?
Yes.
All right, the most important part.
Yes.
Oh, you're ready? Okay, here we go. Is that we're going to see how the addition fact is going to help me now solve my subtraction fact. So, I'm going to think how we do our sandwich. Turkey, bread equals the sandwich. Now I built the sandwich. Now I'm going to take the sandwich apart. So, I start with my whole, and then minus what I'm going to take away. So I'm going to take away 5. But if I know that 5 plus 3 equals 8, I want to think to myself, that must mean that 8 minus 5, if I were to take away 5 from my cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 minus 5 equals 3. And guess what Miss Migliazza noticed? I have a 5, I have an 3, and I have an 8 here, and I also have an 8, a 5, and a 3 here. That's what we're going to call a related fact. Can you say that? Related fact. Do you see how they have the same numbers in the addition sentence and the subtraction sentence? So I'm going to think about addition to help me subtract. Are you ready, contestants, for your time? You're going to get to answer a question. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Okay, ready? Markers up.
Markers up.
4 plus, because we're going to leave it blank for right now. That's our mystery. Equals 6. So 4 plus equals 6. Can you repeat that back to me? 4 plus equals 6. Contestants, are you ready to try this on your own first? Here we go. Go ahead and try to solve what 4 plus equals to get to 6. Eva, what did you do here? What did you do to find the missing adding? You used the counting on strategy. That's great, Eva. Good job. Ayla, what did you use?
Count back.
Oh, you used a different strategy. So what did you start with?
So I started with 6 and then I count back 2 and then I got 4.
Excellent. Good job. I love that you use different strategies. Okay. Are you ready, contestants? Before, we're going to do one more part, and then we're going to get to do our teaching part. So now, 4 plus this mystery number, which we'll share at the end, equals 6. So if I know that 4 plus this mystery number equals 6, I also know that 6 minus 4 equals the mystery number. So can you now write that on your board? So 6 minus 4, because remember, we think addition to help us subtract. Okay, now I'm going to give you some thinking time to solve that, and then we'll get to teach. I hear the, that's how I know that some of us are having those light bulbs go off. All right, give me the signal when you're ready. All right, teach.
Okay.
What strategy did you Excellent. And how did you know? Kai, I love how you wrote it out and you used what to help you figure this subtraction sentence out.
I know that like in subtraction you
You start with your biggest number. Good job. You start with you would start with your sum and you put it as your first number for subtraction. Excellent. Good job. Yvonne, what did you do?
And the strategy I used
Use your cubes. That's great. Excellent. Good job. I love how you used your cubes to help you find the answer. Okay. Turn back.
turn back,
Turn back.
back.
Okay. Are you ready? Audience, I'm going to pick a contestant to now come up and teach us what strategy they use. Today, I'm going to have Vibavi come on up. Come on up, Vibavi. What strategy did you use, Vibavi?
So what I use is the count back strategy. So I used my toolkit. So I had 6. I took away 4. I landed on 2. I did again to the double check. It was 2 again. And I noticed it was the same numbers. So it had it to be right.
Okay, so what strategy did she use? She thought about addition to help you do what? To help you
Subtract.
Excellent. You thought about addition to help you subtract. So what was this big mystery number here? 2. So contestants, or audience I should say, if you know that all together 4 plus 2 equals 6, then you also know that 6 minus 4 equals 2.
Or 6 minus 2 equals 4.
Or 6 minus 2 equals 4. Sure, that could work too. All right, do you have something you have to ask the audience?
How do you feel?
How do you feel? I see a lot of friends, they look like they agree. Do you want to pick a friend that has a different strategy? Colette, come on up. What strategy did you use, Colette?
So I used my toolkit to count back, and I got 2. So then I noticed that the other minus had it to be 2 too.
Okay, good, because you thought, we thought about addition to help us subtract. Good. Excellent job, Colette. I love how you use the strategy of counting on and counting back, and you recognize that the numbers had to all be the same. Are we having any new numbers? We're not adding anything new to our sandwich when we build it or take it apart. So all together, we have 4 plus 2 equals 6. So that must mean if 4 plus 2 equals 6, that means that 6 minus 4 equals 2. Okay, my contestants and audience, can you please show me how you feel about thinking about addition to help me subtract? Awesome. We're going to end with our last part of our time together. It is time for... Oh, what time is it at the very end? We do notice or wonder time. That's okay. All right, we do notice or wonder time. Share your one notice or wonder from today, and then off we go to do our check problems. Turn. Chat. Yeah, excellent. You can never you have to always start subtraction with your biggest number. Good, you're right. That wouldn't make sense if you started with 4. Oh, yes. I see. You mean like you use the sum here for your first number in subtraction. Excellent, Eva. Good job. Turn back. Turn back. Okay, one notice or wonder, then we're off to do our checked problems. Charlotte, what was your notice or wonder today?
Since you said 2 minus 4 equals 6, that is not true. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Would that make sense?
No.
No. You want to do? I'll take one more. Go ahead, Kai.
So, like, if for the minus one, like Charlotte said, if you switch the items, it wouldn't make sense.
Yes, can you say 4 minus 6 equals 2?
No. But if you switch the items for the addition the sum will still be the same.
Yes, you could switch the add-ins for addition and it would still make sense. But if you were to switch the numbers in subtraction and say 2 minus 6 or 2 minus 4, that would not make sense. Yeah. Excellent. All right, my friends, let's review our goal for today one more time before we head out for our check problems. I can use addition facts to help me solve a subtraction fact. Today, your check problems are going to be, it just clicked off the board with this.
The math song.
Oh, we're going to do our math song. Don't you worry. But they are 3 and 4. It's going to go back on the board in just a second. I'll sign back in. But 3 and 4. What are our check problems?
3 and 4.
It's time for... You go. I'll get it back on the board in just a second. I love how we use different strategies to find the answer. That was really awesome. Let's keep that going during our center time as well. I am going to give each of you one problem from the book to solve. And then, so we're going to go, it's okay, we're going to go over it together. So why don't we sit in our circle and we're going to get some more problems to solve together, and then we're going to get to do another little activity together too. So I want you to go ahead and if you could just sit back for a second. Ready? We sit crisscross, hands in the cookie jar. Okay, I want us to remember that today, what are we trying to do? We're trying to think about what? We're trying to think about addition to help us subtract. So we want to try to solve the addition sentence to help us figure out the subtraction sentence. So what we're going to do is first we're going to look at the addition sentence or the subtraction sentence. First we're going to look at the addition sentence. This kind of reminds me a little bit about part, whole, right? Doesn't it remind you about part, whole? So let's look. Some of my friends are going to look at different problems here, and then we'll talk about it together. So I want you to try number 6. I want you to try number 7. Maisie, I want you to try number 1 here. And then Nolan, we're going to work on number 5. So, and boys and girls, don't forget you have your toolkits right there to always help you. So Nolan, do you have your toolkit with you? Here, you could borrow mine if you want. I have them right here. So I want you to think about What are you starting with? How many are you starting with? You're starting with 3. So can you show me that? Can you show me 3? Okay, so we need to figure out how many more we need to get to 8. So let's see how many more we need to get to 8. Good. Can you count for me? So, but can you take another look and see if you have, what's your goal to get to? Your sum needs to be 8. So let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is 8. Oh, good job. What did you notice? Now let's try. So what was your second add-in? 3 plus what equals 8? 3 plus 5. Great. So if 3 plus 5 equals 8, that means that 8 minus 3 equals 5. Excellent. Good job, because you think addition to help you subtract. Okay. Did you get a chance to share with each other? Yes. All right. Can you tell me what you did here? What did you do? When you went to go solve your problems, what did you do? Oh, guys, the key sack. Thank you. What did you do? Oh, you counted back. Okay. Awesome, Connor. Very good. Did anyone else use the counting back strategy? You did too, Maisie, and Eva, you did as well. Wonderful. And you used your number line in your toolkit to help you. Now, we're going to try some more problems together, just a few together. Let me get the ones that are for our group. Okay, so Nolan and Maisie, you're going to try these together. You're going to work together to solve them. So we're going to do the same thing where we think addition to help us subtract. You can actually write on these. You can. For this one, you can. Sometimes we use ones that we are going to write on and some that we're not, but these you can. So I want you to work together, and I'm going to go from this group to this group and check in with you as you solve the problems. And remember, you have your toolkit and everything to help you. So make sure, like I want us to, when we get the problem, I want us to look at it and I want us to talk together about what we think we're going to do. So what do you think you're going to do here? What do you notice? Can I teach you what I love to do too is I put little checks. So I make sure that I check off what numbers that I have so far, and then I make sure that my third number is also a match. So I want us to talk about, we know that what? What do we know? We know that 8 plus 2
equals 10.
So that must mean that
10 minus 8 equals 2.
Hey, good. Because we're thinking addition to help us subtract. So I want us to work together on the next one. Let's talk what strategy we're using and how we're solving it. So I want you to solve it together. I love how you're using the cubes to help you. So what do we want to get to? We want to get to the number 8. So we want to start with, so let's look at this together, right? How many do we start with? We know this add-in. What add-in is, what number is this? This is the number 7. So how many cubes do I want to start with? I want to start with 7. Okay, let's sit together. Nolan, can you sit down for me right here? Let's count and see, do we have 7 cubes? Let's count together and point together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're right. There was only 6. So how many more do we need? 1 more. So now we have 7. But we aren't trying to get to 7. What are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to 8. So now it's a new add-in. So what do we think we need to get to 8? Let's use our cubes to help us. We have 7. How many more do we need to get to 8? Now, do we want to use the same color? Is this the same add-in? It's a different one. So what are we going to use? Are we going to use the white cubes or the orange cubes, Maisie? What do you think? Okay, so let's see. How many more do we need to get to 8? We have 7. We need how many more? Let's see if that's right. Let's put it down. Ready? All right, Nolan, can you put your hands in the cookie jar and sit down for me? Thank you. Let's count all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 plus what equals 8? 7 plus how many more? 7 plus 1 equals 8. So if we think addition to help us subtract, if we know that 7 plus 1 equals 8, we have a 7, we have an 8, we have an 8, we have a 7, then 8 minus 7 equals, what does 8 minus 7 equal? 1. So do we see how it's the same number that's missing? Okay, I want you to try another one. I'm going to go check on the other group right here, and then I will come right back. But I want you to use the same strategy. You're done? Guess what you get to do now? You get to check to see if you're right. I'm going to show you where the answer is. Okay, you ready? It's right here. So you have to check to see if your answer was right. So what do we start with? We start with how many more do we need? What do you think, Maisie? How many more? Let's use our, what color are we going to use? Because it's a new add-in. 1. Well, let's see. What's 4 plus 1? Here, let's put them down so we could see. How many cubes do we need to start with? We need to start with how many? Oh, that's how we always do 2 checks. Okay, so 4. What are we trying to get to? Okay, so how many more do we need? My friends, you can go to the orange tub. Can you get the orange group? You did such a great job. Before you go, you did such an awesome job working together, sharing your strategies. I'm so proud of you. How'd you do with your checking? You did so great. Give yourself a pat on the back. Awesome job. You can go to the orange tub now and get your orange tub friends. So, Maisie, what did you do here? You took... Nolan, let's look. We have how many? We have 4 plus 2. Can you add them together for us, Nolan? And see if we try to get to 6. That's our goal. Did we get to 6? So how many? We started with 4. How many do we need? So that means that 6 minus 4 equals 2. I want you to keep thinking like part, whole. So think of that to help you. You did such a nice job working together. We'll continue working on this tomorrow. So I'll take these cards from you and you can head to the orange tub. Remember, keep thinking addition to help you subtract. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna sit down right here. Alrighty. So before we get started, ready? Crisscross. Hands in the cookie jar. Now, can you make sure you're turned this way just so you could face me, please? Okay, so we learned today to do what? We learned to think about addition to help us subtract. Now, I'm going to give you each one problem to try on your own, and then we'll do an activity together. 2. Just like we do every time during math, we do solve the problem that we're given. So Colette, I want you to think. You're going to think about, I have, how many more do I need to get to? 10. Let's look, so how many more do I need to get to 8? We're not going to add these numbers together. We want to see how, it's like part, whole, right? It's like part, whole. So we want to think 3 plus what gives you 8? So 3 plus what? So we could use a bunch of different strategies here. Why don't we take a look at some different strategies that we can use? What can we use to help us? 3 plus what gives us 8? Very good, Colette. Excellent. I want you to share your answer with Michael. Will, I want you to share your answer with Adriana, and I want you to talk together.
Mine's 4.
Excellent. Good. How'd you know it was 5?
Because you have some 3. So I 3 that's 6 plus 8.
Good. So which strategy did you use? Excellent. So if you know 3 plus 5 equals 8, that means that 8 minus 3 equals 5. Okay, let's turn back for a second. Do we notice how all 3 of our numbers are the same? What I love to do to help me is I put a check to make sure it all matches. So I put a check, check, I see 2 6s. I put a check, check, I see 2 8s. I put a check, check, because the one part I figured out is the same. That number is the same. So what we're going to get to do now, we did one in our book, and we got, as I look around, you did a really nice job with this. So Adriana, just finish this part. So if you know that 7 plus, just write it here, and then you'll find your difference there. We're going to go ahead and try some problems that I have on index cards for you. You're going to get to, they're just like cards. You're going to get to work with your math partner to go ahead and help you solve it. You can write on these. So I want you to use the same strategies, and I want you to talk about the strategies that you're using. Remember, think about the addition to help you subtract. And you want all those missing parts to match. So let's try this together, Adriana. So we want to think about 4 plus. So how am I going to find this number here, this add-in?
See, that's 13 minus 3.
How did you get 6? What strategy did you use?
I used Oh wait, we need to do
Excellent job. So what could we fill in here? 4 plus. Great. So 4. Good. So if we know that 4 plus 6 equals 10, then we know that 10 minus 4. Great job. That 10 minus 4 equals 6. Very good. Can you try this one for me? I love how you're using your strategy of counting on to help you. Oops, I'm sorry, Yvonne. So are we trying this one right here?
8.
Oh, no, you're trying that one right there. Okay. What do you notice about that card? Do you notice anything?
There's a double.
It's a double fact. Very good. What, do you notice anything about these two numbers? They're... So what do we call them? They're not doubles, but they're near doubles. Very good.
3.
So Will, if you know that 6 plus 5 equals 11, that means that you also know that 11 minus 6 equals 5. Very good. Excellent. So you could go ahead and try the next card. I like how, yes, I love how you put the checks. Good job, but I want us to take a look at this one more time. Can you look at this one more time? We're very close, but let's take one more look at it. Well, let's try. Instead of just saying a number, let's think in our minds, what can I do to solve this? You could count on.
7.
Why don't you share with Michael, how did you get 7?
Because I know that 6.
So Adriana, I see here you wrote 9 plus.
So if you add another.
Do you see what you wrote here? It's okay, let's look at it together though. Because do you see how does this match this? Okay, so let's try again. 9 plus what is going to give me 3? I'm sorry, 9 plus what is going to give me 12? What did you notice when you used, I saw you used your number line? That's okay, good. I love how you noticed it and used your number lines. Now, my friends, I want you to check if you got the right answer by turning it over, and you could do a little check to see if you got the right answer. So do a little check to see if you're right. If not, I want you to take another look at it. So 8 plus what? Oops, did I accidentally forget to write something? That's okay, because you're correct. Good job. So let's look one more time. Let's get our cubes out or our number line. Oh, okay, Michael, why don't you share with Will how you got 5? So you could check the back, see if you're correct. Oh, did I forget to write something on this card too? Well, guess what? You're right. This one, did I write it? I am so sorry. I made a little mistake there, but I will tell you that you are correct. I was looking at this number. You did a great job that you drew, and I'm very proud of you using your, did I forget to write some on the back? I'm so sorry, but I will tell you that you are correct. You did a great job using this strategy. It's okay, sometimes I make mistakes too. We all do, it's okay. Now my friends, you're going to put your pencils down, pencils down, pencils down. Now, before you go, you did such a great job working together to solve your problems, and I loved how when I checked in with each group, you were working together, you were working hard and talking about your strategies together. Don't forget, and some of you were using your checks to make sure you got the numbers all correct. Make sure you're always using those addition facts to help you. What do you use them to help you do what? Can I have eyes on me? Let's say crisscross applesauce. Hands in the... I just want to make sure we know before we go off, we're thinking about those addition facts to help us subtract. Very good. Can you go back to the orange tub? I'm going to see I have time for one more group. So, today, what did we learn to do? We learned to think about addition facts, to help us solve
Subtraction.
Good job to help us solve subtraction facts. That was excellent. So I have for you some word problems to do. You did such a good job solving them today, and I'm going to ask Ayla really quickly if you could go get me our blue math tub so we could just take a look at that. And then I'm going to have us do some word problems together. So do you want the word problem with your name in it? Or do you want a different problem with another friend's name? You want your own name? Okay, I'll give you your own name to solve. Okay. That's what I was going to do anyway. So you have your own word problem in front of you. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to solve this word problem. And I want you to think about, what did we learn today about finding those missing parts, thinking that addition to help us subtract. If you need any help with reading your word problem, just let me know. And I'm going to go grab some whiteboards, and if you want to go grab before you start reading your dry erase marker, because I forgot to have you go get that, but it's right there, so we'll be really quick. I'm just going to grab the whiteboards. In case you need any help solving, or you could, of course, use your cubes too. Neural has 7 fewer. Can you read it with me? Neural has 7 fewer cookies than Miss Migliazza. Miss Migliazza has 16 cookies. How many cookies does Neural have? So what do you know? So this is your problem with y'all. So what are you thinking of doing for this word problem? What would you add? Now this is how many I have. This is how many who has. Yeah, we need to figure out how many you have. So what would you do? You know that you have the 7 what? 7. So what are you going to do? Think about the word fewer. Would you add or subtract with fewer? So what are you going to subtract? 16 minus what? I want you to go ahead and try that. So Akil, I want you to look at your word problem, right? So you know that, what did you do? Okay, good. So I love how you put that as the difference. But we need to figure out how many did you start with. So you know that you gave. So would you put the 7 here, or would you put it somewhere else? Great. You need to figure out how many you started with. Very good. Okay, what'd you do? What strategy did you use? Wonderful. Excellent. Good job. So you knew exactly that you started with 15. You had to take
6 away.
great, and that left you with? Awesome. Mira, what did you do to solve yours? Clean up. Clean up. Excellent. Way to go. And Akil, what did you do? My friends, let's quickly and quietly clean up and return back to our seats. Very good, my friends. You can clean up. All right, if I could have everyone back in their seats, I'm going to do one more final countdown and everyone in their seats. Let's see, I'll start with 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are done. Can you teach your friend what you learned today in math? After you put your checks, after you wrote your feeling about how you felt about the lesson, I want you to tell your friend what you learned today. Teach.
Okay.
I learned by counting back.
So turn and face your friends. Ayla, you could tell me, what did you learn today? Oh, it's because you are thinking about...
Yeah, like 6 minus 2. You can do 6 plus 2. You can help us solve subtraction. And then you go to 4, and then you'll get 2 as your other add, and that's how I learned how to do it.
So you're thinking about that addition to help you subtract. Excellent. Okay, turn back. Turn back. What did you learn today?
Today we learned to use addition facts to help us solve subtraction facts. For example, if we didn't know 7 minus 3 equals, then, 7 minus 3. So then we could do, first 5 plus whatever equals 7, you have to find the missing add-in. 5. So I know that 5 plus 2 equals 7. Then after that, we do start with our biggest number, which is usually like the sum. Like the sum. We start with our sum and do 7 minus 3 equals 2. So that's how we can solve like that subtraction sentence.
So what we'll do to solve this is, so if you don't know how to solve 4 plus 3, you will mostly do, so 4, right, plus this. So what would equal that? So 4, 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 3 because that'll be 7. So 7. So that would equal that. If you want to turn this to a subtraction problem, you'll have your whole or sum. Put it for the first number, doesn't go add in because it's a first subtraction. Take any of these numbers. I'm going to do 4, and then if you do that, it'll be still the same numbers because you're just minusing them. So, 4 equals 7. So 7 minus 4. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. It still equals 3. And this is correct because this is the same, this is the same, and this is the same. So, and that's how you do it. So this is what we do. So let's say 5 plus 5. I know 5 plus 5 equals 10. So then we say minus 10 minus 5. And then I see that this and this are the same. So then I say, and then, so this is 5. And then I know that because this and this switch, and then these two are the same, like that. When you do this, you can use strategies for plus here, like let's say counting on, and you can count on for minus 2. So when you think plus, when you think addition, you think addition to help you solve minus. So I am going to teach you how to think addition to subtract. So let's think of a doubles fact. 5 plus 5. So you know that equals 10. So that equals 10. And now I need to turn it into a subtraction sentence. So what we need to do is we take our whole, which is 10, and we'll take one of our parts, which is 5. Instead of plus the sign, minus. Minus sign. And now we know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. And if we know 10 minus 5 equals, it has to equal 5 because 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Awesome, all together, let's do the I can statement. Pencils down. Pencils down. I can. Use an addition fact. To help me. Subtract. I'm going to give you one to put on your check on the bottom of your page. Ready? I know sometimes we get to give our partner a problem to solve, but today I'm going to give you one to solve. I have 5 cookies. I have 5 cookies. You give me some more. But we don't know how many you gave me because that's what we need to find. So you give me more. Now I have 8 cookies. How many cookies did you give me? And you know how much I love cookies. So go ahead and try to solve it on your own, and then you can turn and chat with your friend, and well, I pass out the exit tickets. Yes, my friend. friends, you could turn, yes, that was an extra page. You could just put it in your desk. Ooh, good job, Colette. I love what you did to solve it. Did you get a chance to talk to Will about how you solved it together? Awesome. If you have some extra time when I finish passing out exit tickets, you can turn and give your partner a addition fact to solve, or try and turn this one into a subtraction fact. So if 5 plus 3 equals 8, how would I get a related fact? I would do 8 equals, very good, excellent. Okay, turn back. So 5 plus, how many cookies did you give me? On 3, let's share, let's think, let's whisper, let's let it go. 3. So 5 plus all together, candy bars up. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So that means that 8 minus 5 equals 3. Excellent. Good job. I love how you use that related fact to help you. Now, fill out your exit tickets, my friends. Or some of you, I know some of you were saying too, you could turn it into 8 minus 5 equals 3, or 8 minus 3 equals 5. You're right, either way would work because all those numbers are the same. Now, boys and girls, some of us are starting to get up. Can we just freeze for a second? Before you move any further, I want to let you know how proud I am of you for working so hard today and thinking about that addition to help you subtract. You worked so hard using your strategies. Some of you had many different strategies that you used to help you, and you did such a nice job using them to solve these related facts. We're going to do more tomorrow, so we'll get more practice, but I'm super duper proud of you. Can you give yourself a big cheer? Hands up. Roller coaster, we're at the top. Woo! We're going down. Woo! All right, my friends, exit tickets and learning targets, we know where they go, and we'll start to get ready for lunch.